I mean, if it's got that rating, it must be bad. Probably shouldn't say it. You lying bastard! This movie is good! Huh? Now, just who has been reviewing this? This movie isn't bad at all. It's good. It's really, really, really good. Okay? Trust me. In case you didn't figure it out, I'm talking about Suicide Squad, okay? The latest entry in the DC Cinematic Universe, which is fun, it's funny, it's action-packed, and okay, it's not great, but trust me, it really is good. For the uninitiated, the Suicide Squad is a secret task force made up of various different supervillains and criminals, brought together with, of course, explosives in their necks, forced to go out on suicide missions. In this movie, the squad's been assembled by Amanda Waller, who doesn't exactly like the idea of another being like Superman showing up and possibly being a threat to America, so forms the squad as a potential deterrent. But when one member of the squad, the Enchantress, goes rogue and pursues her own ambitions of global domination, the current squad is sent out to stop her. And what follows is just fantastic black humour, and I gotta give top props to Margaret Robbie's Harley Quinn. This incarnation of Harley Quinn is just fantastic. She's funny, she's so energetic, and God, I just love her. The other characters are fantastic too. I mean, they got Will Smith playing Deadshot, he's great. We've also got Captain Boomerang being another personal favourite. He is just a funny character as well. They just made him into this wonderful comic relief, and they really did get a lot out of him just throwing boomerangs around, well, whenever he did. The other characters actually get a fair amount of development as well, and hell, these are fantastic adaptations of characters that very few people outside of die-hard DC fans have actually heard of. And this is coming from someone whose extensive knowledge of DC pretty much begins and ends with Batman the Animated Series. Sadly though, Jared Leto's Joker, who, if you remember from the advertising, was very hyped up, has almost no screen time in the movie. But he does have a bit of a presence. Like, the best way to describe him is, he's a cross between Jack Nicholson's Joker and Heath Ledger's, creating this cartoony, silly, yet menacing Joker, which does kind of grow on you. The action in the movie is nice, it's fast-paced, it's frenetic, it's full of energy just like all the characters themselves, and you really just can't help get swept up in it all, but at times it can be a little hard to figure out what's going on with it being a little too fast-paced, but it's still good. It's still enjoyable. But that doesn't worry, the movie does have some pacing issues. Like, it feels like it's trying to rush through everything, like establish these characters, establish the squad. Okay, have we mentioned Batman vs. Superman? Yep, we've done that. Here's the Batfleck. Okay, the Joker's here. It really feels like they want this to be something to further establish details, the finer details in the DC Cinematic Universe, rather than just let the movie do its own thing and just let its own details bleed into the later movies. It also doesn't help that, as I mentioned before, Leto's Joker doesn't get enough screen time. That's because it turned out that most of his scenes were cut, and you can really tell when scenes were cut down or just removed entirely. Aside from the absence of the Joker, do you remember that bit from the trailer, the second one, where they get into the bar, they're ordering those drinks from Harley, and Diablo says, "I'll take water"? That bit's not in the movie at all. It's gone. We do see the aftermath, and the scene does still happen, but if you've seen the trailer, you will notice some moments that were cut down. Now, with all that being said, Suicide Squad is absolutely good. If I didn't make that clear enough, Suicide Squad is good! Don't believe the critics, they're either biased, stupid, or both. This is a fun, funny, action-packed movie, and does feel like it is kind of rushing through some of the finer details. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't give it a go because, hell, you're not going to be disappointed. Suicide Squad, go watch it! Yay, I finally got this review done, yes! If you really like this video, I bet you check out some of my other videos, like some movie reviews, some game reviews, some random stuff. I just did an unboxing video for shits and giggles, I bet you check that out. And coming up next, review-wise, I'll have a review on Batman the Killing Joke. Not gonna lie, it was a little disappointing. Ooh, spoiler warning.